Hello and welcome to the weather update. It is about 7:30 on May 23rd, 2019, and somewhat cool but kind of humid day out there. We've had temperatures in the mid 60s, tons of clouds around, but a few breaks of sun. And we'll look at the humidity and take a look at the dew points. You see they'll be up there. Feels a little humid. Yeah, dew points are up. Yep, they're up to 61. So it's humid out there. That's for sure. So I was feeling it out there. But let's go look at the radar because, well, first, before I look at the past radar, we'll look at the current radar. So we had some thunderstorms, but they kind of fell apart as they got to Long Island. And right now, it does not look like we're going to have much of any more thunderstorm activity through the night. So we'll look at the radar and we'll take you back to around 4 o'clock. All right, so you see we had this line of thunderstorms here, a pretty intense line, a good line of thunderstorms moving through, and we'll track it out to, let's track it to 410. It was moving pretty rapidly too, but you can see what happened. Once it hit across the city, the northern part of the line kind of broke apart, and only the southern part of the line held together. So they did get some heavy rain on the South Shore, parts of central Nassau. But we didn't see anything. I didn't see anything in Hicksville. I think it was mainly the South Shore that got it, and most of the lightning strikes were offshore. So you could see it just kind of the whole northern part of it just fell apart. So it does not look like we're going to see anything out of this, any more severe weather for or any strong thunderstorm through the night. Like I said, looking at the NAM last night, I was not impressed with the light. So as far as it looked like most of the activity would be to the west, and that's exactly what happened. So you can see here are the clouds that have been around, but we do have a little more clear sky. There's a secondary line here, but this line is very weak and probably won't bring us anything, but you never know. Maybe something could flare up later. Let's go look at the models and take a look and see what weather we're going to have. So we'll first look at the CONUS view, and we'll look at it through the weekend. So Friday, this moves out of here, and we have a nice day ahead. No precipitation for Friday. Saturday looks dry as well, and then we have another weak system moving through overnight, Saturday night to Sunday morning, and it's actually keeping the GFS actually keeping some more rain around maybe throughout the day of Sunday. So Sunday might be a little showery, and then for Monday, Memorial Day. Looks like we start to see this high build in, and then maybe another chance for showers on Tuesday, and then another high. Yeah, that ridge is starting to build again, but then a front comes through around May 31st and saves us, so we'll have to see. And then for the weekend of June 1st or June 2nd, which is when the railroad mayhem is going to be happening, we could be dealing with chances for rain again, and then maybe after that we have another high build in. And bring us, and then another. So this far out, the models aren't that accurate. Let's go look at the temperature anomaly. So let's see. This kind of shows you where the ridge is at, and you can see we have the ridge in the east, trough in the west, type of deal again. Continuing, but we do start seeing more of a ridge in the west as we get toward the end of May, and that may mean more cooler weather in the east, hopefully. So let's go closer to our area and take a look at our temperatures. And I'm looking at the GFS for temperatures. So let's go to, all right, so this was today. And as we go into tomorrow, temperatures will rise up into the low 70s probably for most areas. And then we go to Saturday, and temperatures again low 70s, so fairly seasonable. But then we get to Sunday, and that's when we see the temperatures crank up into the 80s with that heat ahead of the cold front that's going to be coming through later on. And then for Monday, things cool off a little bit. All right, so we'll next look at the dew points and show you the humidity we're dealing with right now. So we do have some humidity around. You can see it here. This is kind of like right around now what the humidity is like. But we do see the front coming through, and lower dew points take hold Friday with a northwest wind. And let's see Saturday. Saturday also dew points in the 40s, so comfortable dew points. But as we get into Sunday, yep, the humidity starts creeping back in. So could be parts of Jersey that have dew points up 70 degrees. And then as we go into Monday, Memorial Day, the cooler, drier air starts to come in, and the dew points do drop. So that is some good news regarding that. Let's go look at the skies. All right, so again, looking at the GFS, we try to get the clouds out of here, and we should hopefully have a clear day. But we may have to deal with smoke. I'll have to look at the high-resolution satellite for that and see if we're going to be dealing with any of that. But it looks like a fairly clear day, and then as we go into Saturday, also clear. So that's good. So we may have 2 clear days in a row here, which will be good according to the GFS. For Sunday, we see a lot more clouds around, and for Monday, we start off with clouds and then see less clouds toward the afternoon. So that looks good. Let's go and look at the precipitation chances for this weekend, and we will be going for that. We will be going to the NAM and using that. So we'll start off first with the 3-kilometer NAM. So this is the NAM. The NAM seems to think that this line is going to form and flare up, and we could have some strong thunderstorms Friday. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Probably later on tonight, probably like around 11 o'clock or so maybe. We'll have to see if the NAM is right on that. But this is what the NAM thinks. I'm going to curious to see what the HRRR thinks. I'll go right to the HRRR and see if that has something. That has a little something too, but it's much. The NAM's a little overdone. We can look at the HDRPS too. HDRPS has something, but I mean, when it comes to this kind of convection, it's very hard for the models to pick up on it. But there's still a chance that we might see something, but it's looking less and less likely at this point. And then we go into Friday, no precipitation, dry Saturday, and then as we looks like there's some convection to the north of the area on Saturday on the NAM model that kind of falls apart, and then we have some more really intense convection overnight Saturday. And that's because there's humidity coming up west of the Appalachians, but that's going to fall apart when it gets to our area. It's going to weaken, according to the NAM. All right, now the 3-kilometer only goes out that far. Before I leave the 3-kilometer, let's see what the NAM has to say about our skies as we go through the weekend. So tomorrow looks good, clears out. Maybe just some scattered clouds, clears out. And for Saturday, same thing, scattered clouds, then more clouds as we go Saturday night into Sunday. All right, let's go to the NAM 12-kilometer. Because this goes a little further out, so we can take a look and go a little further out with that. Chance of precipitation on Sunday. There is a chance of precipitation on Sunday, but it's just a chance. And I think that most of the day will be dry and maybe over. And basically, it's going to be overnight. So again, this doesn't really affect people's holiday plans at all or anything like that. So weekend looks very good for Memorial Day weekend. And yeah, of course, a little summer type weather with the 80s is not necessarily a bad thing, I guess you could say. So let's take a look and see what is dealing with the smoke up there. You can see the smoke here, but it does not look like we are going to see that smoke in our area for this weekend. It looks like it's staying up here. We'll be getting into this air mass over here, which looks pretty good. There also seems to be some smoke over here, and this is from the Mexican wildfire. So actually, let's see if we can. Yeah, there actually is some smoke. This is all from the Mexican wildfires that are in the Midwest. And this smoke is actually part of the reason why I think the storms in the Midwest have actually been firing up a lot. They've had a lot of severe weather out there, flooding and all kinds of stuff. I'm going to go again to the Ventus sky. We're going to actually look at that, and that'll be the last part of this weather update, because I want to show you what they're going through. So we'll look at the radar here, and we'll show you the severe weather that's been going on. So they have these thunderstorms producing tornadoes, which is not unusual in May, but the amount of tornadoes they're producing and the severity of the storms is unusual. And these storms are getting fueled by this smoke. Actually, if you follow the wind, this smoke actually helps fuel these storms, gets them more intense because it provides more condensation nuclei for storms and clouds to form. So this is another factor that we're dealing with climate change, these wildfires. So it's a concern for us, and we, like I said, we are in a climate emergency. People shouldn't even use the word climate change. It was suggested to actually use the word climate crisis, and that's really what we're going through, is a climate crisis. And I think that is definitely, maybe that'll get people's attention as to how severe and serious this situation is and why we need immediate action to cool this planet down. But anyway, that's going to wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thank you for watching.